and welcome back to this episode of Cryptid and Critters. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. So today we're doing a short episode. We're going over the Loch Ness Monster, and that's it. So do you want to start us off?
The Loch Ness Monster, also known as Nessie and a bunch of other names that I probably don't know, is a monster that is found in Scotland. So,
Of course. It's the Scots.
Scotland cryptid, I guess. Not a leprechaun or anything like that.
Yeah.
The first sighting of the Nessie, or Loch Ness Monster, was in 1802. If you ever...
In 1800.
Yeah.
In 1802.
Yeah, I like to make it very complicated for them. You don't
like
get
five
it.
people who ever watched the show.
You don't get it easy. First encounter, brother.
First real encounter was in 1933. And if that sounds anything of familiarity, and it probably won't to anyone who watches this, but it was the same year that King Kong released. And that'll come in later. So there are a ton of photos and reports of its existence, but not cold hard physical evidence. It has been the Loch Ness Monster, as it's been regarded as a modern day myth. Explains sightings as a mix of hoaxes and wishful thinking. I don't get how it's wishful thinking, but okay. It remains one of the most famous examples of cryptozoology. The legendary monster has been affectionately referred to as Nessie since the 1950s. So, in 1933, there was, I think a couple were There's been a few sightings, but there was one that was a couple saw it. I call it the nearest approach to a dragon or prehistoric animal I've ever seen in my life. Trundling across the road towards the loch, carrying an animal in its mouth. In other letters appearing in the Courier, often anonymously with claims of land or water sightings, either on the writer's part or on the part of the families, acquaintances, or stories that they remember being told. So yeah, these stories soon reached the national press, which described a monster fish, sea serpent, or dragon, eventually settling on Loch Ness Monster. On December 6th of 1933, the first photograph was taken. And it was and shortly after, the creature received official notice when oh my God. So shortly after, it achieved official notice by the Secretary of State for Scotland, who ordered police to prevent any attacks on it. Yeah, this was the thing. In 1934, interest was further sparked by what is now known as the surgeon's photograph. Or surgeon photograph. So basically then there's sightings before 1933 that say that it goes back to the 6th century. I don't think so. Because at that point they're just cherry picking details from myths and legends and tales. So the surgeon's photograph is the infamous one that everyone's seen. That is like, it's sticking up out of the water and it is a hoax. And this is what made everyone think it was a prehistoric animal. So, the object was small, only 2 to 3 feet long. So, it is forced perspective because you don't see anything else in it. In the photograph, it's just it on water, and even then it kind of looks small. Yeah, then another thing about it is the strangely small ripples on the photo fit the size and circular pattern of small ripples as opposed to large waves when photographed up close.
Stick.
Yeah. No, it was a little boat thing with a head and neck on it. So this image attracted a lot of publicity. There was a second one, but it was really blurry and it didn't attract a lot of them. So in like 1975, so what, 41 years after it's first taken and shown to the public, it was, yeah, no, it's like 41 years and a few months because it was taken in April. It was debunked in December of 1975. It was revealed that it was fake. And supposedly taken by Robert Kenneth Wilson at London. Well, his occupation is not important. So another interesting fact, Wilson's refusal to have his name associated with the photograph led to it being called the surgeon's photograph. The analysis of the original uncropped image fostered further doubt. In 1993, when analysts of the uncropped image found a white object was visible in every version of the photo, implying that it was on the negative. It was believed to have caused the ripples as the object was being towed, though it could not be ruled out as a blemish in the negative. So yeah, do you think of this?
It could be a lot of things about this, probably. Because it doesn't really say who found this image at all, I guess.
He took it.
Yeah, but does it
He doesn't want to be a part of it. That's the thing.
Yeah, like who took it? It could have just been like one of those. It
Hey, no, it does say supposedly, so
yeah.
no one knows.
But it could have been like an over-exaggerated story or something, like
It
supposed to
could-
scare some kids.
It could
But
have.
turned into this.
But then also, it could have been a story at the beginning that no one knew about
Yeah.
and has not surfaced. But the funny thing is, the people who originally saw it, that couple, were driving down the road when they saw it. They were coming back from seeing King Kong. There was the scene in the original King Kong where a boat is overturned by a creature with the same proportions as everyone thinks the Loch Ness Monster is. But it was a brontosaurus in King Kong, not a plesiosaur like everyone thinks Nessie is. So you see where I'm getting at?
So it's just.
It was they just went to go see the movie, everything was a little distorted.
Yeah. They were a little too hyped, I guess.
Yes. It's the same effect where you think the movie you just saw is the best thing ever. Sometimes. There are some genuinely bad movies.
Yeah.
Madam Web. But
Haven't seen it, but.
I haven't, but I've heard bad things about it. But yeah, another one that's just clearly a hoax. One of the more famous ones too.
Yeah. I heard like people are still searching for it.
Yeah,
too.
there's still Nessie hunters, which makes it all the funnier. That it was a the photo that made everyone believe it was real is a hoax.
Yeah.
That's been debunked since 1975, since the 70s. Debunked again in the 1990s.
Yeah.
It'll probably be debunked again soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's still Nessie hunters. I don't know why.
Yeah.
They will go out onto the loch and they will hunt for Nessie.
And plus, how many years has it been since like the first image?
First image was 1934, nearly 100 years.
Yeah, so it's most likely.
So, what? It's 90?
90 or dead.
No. The photo itself.
The photo. Yeah.
It's like 90 some years old. I think it's exactly 90 years old this year. Yeah, it's exactly 90 years old. So yeah, William said if it does exist, it's dead. Dead as a doornail.
Yeah, because even in the photo.
Even if there's a population.
Yeah.
I don't believe it. I think we would have seen it by now.
Yeah.
So Nessie lives in the same realm as leprechauns and unicorns and kelpies.
In Scotland.
And banshees too.
Yeah.
Scotland and Ireland. I don't know which one it is. I know Loch Ness is Scottish.
Yeah.
But I don't know what the other ones were. That may have been a teensy bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I think we've been going on for long enough.
Yeah.
So I guess see you in the next episode, whenever that is.
Yeah.
Probably in 2 weeks. And yeah.